Okay, Colin, yep, I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. Right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You gotta get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token, you got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. Folks, Kin Tokes. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin Token. It's the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. Get the Kin Token, folks! You need to get the Kin Token! Get the Kin Token before it's too late! It's like he's, I get it, like Kin's Token. He's like, because he's like token. Kin's Token.
I dare you.
Yada yada, we're live.
Hey, we're live. Welcome to the show. Ken's doing a dab. My name is Nathan. Love is the answer, and we're here with our guests, Nick and Ted. Hey!
Hey, hello everyone.
This is my first intro.
Everybody.
I've never actually done a legit
beautiful
intro before. I always fumble the ball. But I'm making changes in my life, and it obviously showed in my delivery. Look at that.
Exactly.
Ken? That smoke is disrupting your background. It's awesome.
Dude, that was pretty cool.
Turns the background green again. It's tight.
That's what happens in the real when I smoke, I can see the green screen around the flat Earth glitch.
Yeah, we were talking about flat Earth before the show. Actually, it's kind of crazy.
Really, I missed that.
Do you believe in flat Earth?
I believe in everything.
I kind of do too. I believe in round and flat Earth. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, exactly. I believe
it's
in
tough.
both.
I do it though.
I firmly believe that Santa Claus does and doesn't exist based on like Schrödinger's box. Do you or don't you believe in Santa? You know what I mean? Like it's a Schrödinger's belief problem, and I sort of like I thrive in that mentality. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Damn it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it. Nifty Phil, Helgoze, Kadoshi, Steve R82, Chili B. Much appreciate all the love and support in the chat. Don't forget to like and share and stuff. Send your friends. I'll send them nudes. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got my
friends,
bro.
Tell their moms, everybody.
Ted, I fucking love you, bro. Thanks for coming on the podcast
today. Fucking love you too. It's my pleasure to be here. Very exciting stuff going on. I can't wait to share it with you.
Nick, you look like you're about to start practicing some of the dark arts or something. Like, what background is this? That background, it feels familiar.
It's the background from Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay, I was right.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Okay, all right. That's what I was like. Yeah, this looks like he's about to practice some Doctor Strange arts and stuff. Okay, all right. I'm happy with my my background knowledge here.
You're pretty good at that.
Thanks.
You always nail it.
I know. I even get some of the cartoons right. I'm like, wait, is that from Adventure Time? I'm like, yeah, like, knew it.
Is that Lemony Snicket? No, dude. What the fuck?
I have a
That's the only one we failed, huh?
trove of useless knowledge that revolves around movies and pop culture.
Same, dude. I make so many Clerks references. It's kind of ridiculous.
So I wanted to talk about the project you guys are doing with the EverSmartLabs.com. Guess we can start at the beginning, finish at the end. Who wants to go first with letting us know what, I guess, it inspired EverSmart Labs and what is EverSmart Labs?
Yes, I can get going and Nick chime in as you would like. EverSmart Labs is a tech company working on tokenization, NFTs, everything based on the blockchain, and they're going side by side with EverSmart City, which we talked a little bit about this last time. The smart city that's going to be, self-sustainable, will have all of the
EverSmart Labs is
energy
basically going to be the technology that drives the smart city, and we're going to be doing it via the NFT and tokenization stuff, and it's going to be really, really fun and interesting. Ted will be able to tell you a little bit more about that. I'm the techie guy. He's the smiling, happy, fun face.
That's right.
So I guess
So
what would some of the roadmap look like for EverSmart Labs creating this smart city? What exactly, where do you start?
Well, our first project's going to be coming, Nick, what are we thinking, about a month?
Yeah, probably about a month, maybe just a hair more than a month, because right now we're just waiting for the ink to dry, and once the ink dries, it's just the process of minting it and doing some fun little things that Ted will be telling you about. And once that happens, then those stuff will be born. Meanwhile, as far as like the city is going to break ground, I believe, in 2022. Because I believe in the next week or two, the actual funding portal will be available on the EverSmart City site itself. We'll go ahead and throw a link on EverSmart Labs as well. But once we start getting that funding, then we'll know exactly how far we can go. But right now our impetus is to get EverSmart Labs up and running, so we can go ahead and get the funds to fund the technology behind the smart city.
Gotcha. Have you considered reaching out to maybe a game developer and seeing if they could build like a proof of concept Sim City type video game to like show these investors the opportunities that they have? Because I feel like it's hard for people to envision the utility behind this technology, because NFTs, blockchain, all this stuff is so new that it seems they don't understand what legacy says is impossible is now possible. You know what I mean?
Right now we're going to be doing some sort of work within the uplift.
Okay, perfect.
Basically, yeah. Because as Ted can attest to, we know all about the metaverse and stuff like that. We're very proficient in what is a metaverse.
No, that's why I was thinking
is a
that
metaverse.
Perfect place to petri dish this is in the metaverse as a proof of concept, and then copy paste it into reality, man.
Exactly. But see, we're going to take this one thing further, and we'll explain it later. I want you guys to start thinking in terms of the Omniverse. The Omniverse takes it one step further. So you have Metaverse A, which is going to be the uplift. But you also have Metaverse B, which is like immersive. And then you have Metaverse C, which is like decentralized.
Okay.
What we plan on doing is taking all those little things, and we want to go ahead and bring them all together via a very unique staking platform. So therefore, instead of you can't call it a metaverse anymore, because this is a metaverse, this is a metaverse, and this is a metaverse. So I coined the phrase Omniverse.
Yeah, metaverses is an omniverse.
Yeah.
Nice. It's like the difference between a galaxy and a universe.
I love new words. They're like my favorite part of this whole thing that's happening right now, is like the new words we get to use and new definitions.
Too. I make them up every day.
Then you're going to love one of our side projects. One of our side projects is going to be, once all this gets taken care of, one of the side projects we've got is something called Wordify. And it's spelled WORDEFI. So, Ken, let's say the word, like you had a word that you made up. You would go ahead and submit it on Wordify, and you can get an NFT for that word because it's your word. You now have proof of ownership.
I love that.
It's on the blockchain.
That's dope.
And we're going to have, we're going to have a technology layer to go ahead and sift through the 990 billion words out there in the universe. But we're also going to have a human layer to do the last look at it. And once that happens, if you pass, you get yourself the NFT and you get the bragging rights and stuff, and you'll be able to look it up. Wordify is going to be a big part of advertising and stuff like that for the smart city as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. It will be multi-language.
I believe so. Right now, we're just going to start in English because we have access to all those APIs and stuff like that. Eventually, we will go out to be multi-language, but that is going to be a little bit harder to do as far as like the human part of it, because then you got to find somebody that speaks it fluently and all that, and that's just sometimes it's easy, but I've found in this realm, it's really hard to get somebody that wants to be as dedicated as we
That's
are.
awesome. Sounds like fucking GoDaddy for words instead of domain names.
Yeah. It's
I
just,
really like that.
It's funny because I was going to ask if you had kind of like taken any attempt to coin the previous word, and there you go. So I guess that you
unfortunately, Omniverse has been around for a while, so I can't really lay claim to it. But in this aspect, because I was the one that sat there in a meeting and said, "Dude, Omniverse, that's my word."
Right. Well, the definition is different now due to the metaverses being digital and on blockchains in that sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a different way to use the word makes it new. So Ted, I guess like how can people get started to get involved in supporting the EverSmart Labs?
Yeah, so like Nick had said, any investor, certified investor can get into the funding portal, which will be launching in the next week or two. And anyone interested in the NFTs that will be coming out, keep an eye on the Twitter at EverSmart Labs. We'll be posting information as it comes, so go ahead and follow, hit the bell for notifications. And I want to start talking to you about these NFTs that we're doing. It's going to be way different than anything that's been done before. They are going to be coined, talking about cool words, the Zen NFT.
Wait, ZNFT?
Zen FT.
Zen FT.
So ZENFT.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
And that refers to the combination of the security and optimization technology stack that we have. And it's gonna be, so the security technology is, well, it utilizes a proprietary watermarking system. So you know how movies, especially screeners, they'll put in the watermark so that if it happens to get leaked, they can go back, see who it was that received that screener, and they're going to get a little slap on the wrist at, bare minimum. So we're going to have that encoded in. It'll all be, it could be visible if you want it, but they'll end up just being invisible.
Yeah, basically the technology is going to be an invisible layer to this. Like Ted said, it can be visible, but 99.99999% of the time it's going to be invisible in the back. And the only way that you can really tell that it's even on the system, besides us saying, yes, this is the NFT, is you would have to go ahead and say, hey, my NFT just got stolen. And we would go ahead and decode it, and we would show you, okay, here's the pixel that has the specific watermark that you request.
Interesting. So it's sort of like a transparent watermark on currency, like fiat. Like, yeah, if you wanted to see, all you have to do is hold it up to the light. It's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. But the difference with this NFT is with the typical dollar. If I hold it up to the light, I can see it. Whereas with ZenFT, you will never be able to see it unless you go ahead and use special specs, and then be like, okay, cool.
Gotcha.
But in our thing, it's an actual, we run it through the decoder and say, okay, there it is. Now the really cool part is you don't have to have that. Let's say Ken, you did make Ken Bozak NFT through our ZenFT process. You don't actually have to have that bogus NFT. You can actually take a still, you can take a screenshot, you can take a still with your camera, you can just go, hey, look at this. We can do the same thing with our systems, and we can still find it. So it doesn't matter how you get it to us, we'll be able to find it.
That's different. I wonder what implications that could have, since, like, you know what I mean? Like, what benefits do you see this layer providing that, we don't see on typical NFTs.
You've got people that sit there and they have scam packs, like with Alien Worlds, like with Uplift and stuff like that. They just sit there, they copy the video and they put it on their thing and they say, yeah, this is a genuine copy. This is something by there. No, we can call BS on it, and by doing this, we can go ahead and not only shut them down but also prosecute them for theft.
Oh.
And the technology is amazing, because one of the future purposes of this technology is we'll be able to pinpoint down within. Right now, we've got the technology to do it within 1,000 miles, so we can find somebody within a region and go, hey, they were here. And when I think we have right now 90% accuracy on
Wow.
Scary. I don't know if it's like scary or awesome. I'm trying to figure it out.
It's awesome because of the fact that unless you come to us, we are not actively tracking. We don't care, but we can ping that thing at any, we can ping that thing. And I understand, yes, there is a scary aspect to it, but we are, we're benevolent. We're, hey, everybody, all in the same pool, everybody in the love, and stuff like that. The malicious factor, no.
This is what businesses need, though. They need.
Yeah, I think it's cool. What measures are you taking to ensure that like it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, so to speak, and become scary?
We've got me. Number one, me and my integrity. I would never allow that to happen. I would step down. I would step out of the project before that would happen. And one of our silent partners in this, he is a fantastic human being. Ted can attest to it. He was one of the people that helped shape a lot of what we've seen in our childhood, what we grew up with. He is a Hollywood. I don't want to call him an effects guy, because he has done some with the effects, but he's done a lot more with like hard prop design and stuff like that. He is amazing, and his view of what a still frame is and what a video is beyond what anybody else here has ever thought of in their entire life. It is amazing. If I could, I would actually quit my job, quit everything, and just sit in a room and listen to this man speak, because this man, not only does he have enough stories to last 14 lifetimes, the guy keeps you enraptured and he keeps you motivated. And just seeing the passion that he has, not only for the NFT space, but for movies, videos, entertainment as a whole, it blows your damn money.
It really does. And another part of this watermarking is it can be redone every time there's a transaction on the NFT. So it'll be linked to the account. Like, if I were to buy it with my wallet, Wax Wallet, it could imprint that into the watermark, and then as it transfers to another person, add their, some type of association to who the actual owner is, as well as, like we talked about. It would just basically
overwrite. It would just basically overwrite who the wallet owner is. So if I sold it to Ted, it would go ahead and overwrite Ted's wallet with my previous wallet, and therefore he has the full ownership of it.
And you're keeping track of the ownership chain as well, or no?
That's why we've got the blockchain.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's visible. That part's visible because, I mean, you're keeping stuff invisible and stuff not. Yep. So that's why I ask. Yeah. I mean, I think it's awesome. I see a lot of ways that this is going to be beneficial in the industry, but not just NFTs, but like film mainly. I guess right now we have so many copyright issues, bootlegging.
I'd like to use
the main
streamers as an example.
Purpose? Is that like the main use case here, or is this like really NFT geared?
No, this actually has been in production for quite some time, but right now with NFTs becoming more popular, he decided that, because he loves to carry the NFT. He's like, oh my God, this is so freaking cool. And basically ultimately he would like to have, like a Netflix where you have the NFT and you own it, click on the thing, boom, comes up in place and it's yours. Type of thing. That's one of the things that he was talking about at some point in time. But to basically further on your point here, yeah, it is a good thing for the terrestrial movies that we have and stuff. Now it is actually in effect. I can't really go into who we have it with. That's an NDA-able thing, but all I can tell you is you've seen it, you've played with it, you've heard it, and it's a very popular thing. And one of our people that are on the project actually just got promoted to the head of security for that, and they're going to be implementing a form of this NFT technology within.
Dude, that's awesome. Ted, where do you see like the NFTs being like having like a practical utility in like real world in a smart city, like using like the EverSmart Labs tech? Like what kind of like physical utility would these like NFTs have?
Well, they're going to be associated with our token. We'll have our own token, and the smart city will fully run on that token. So everything will be linked together. I'm sure there will be, I don't know exactly what use cases there will be. I know we're going to be working with artists and have physical paintings displayed in a gallery at the smart city. A big part of the smart city is the community, the bringing people together, offering the community building, lots of activities. So that's going to be part of it, is to have NFTs of the art pieces as well as the physical pieces in the smart cities, and then creating some type of gallery of these in the metaverse as well.
So
right. And yeah, and another way that we're going to be doing it is so let's say, Ken, you have one of our units in our city. You would go ahead and you would have your main NFT that goes ahead and shows you are owner of unit 420C.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So and you would have your phone, or you'd have your watch, something like that, and our app would know that you are the owner of 420C through the NFT. So every time you would go in and you go into a place, you would go ahead and tap, kind of like a rewards card almost. You tap your thing, or maybe we can do some kind of like near field type of thing, or a geo boundary type of thing. So whenever you walk in, you would get tokens for it, and these tokens can be used for discounts at the local stores within this very large complex. Because it's not going to be a small little thing. It's going to be probably about like anywhere from 40 to 80 acres for our first city. The other way,
300 units, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the other way that this is going to be a benefit is, like Ted was talking about, with artists, with everything like that. They will have the chance now through our city not only to hang up your picture, but also get an NFT for it. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with our staking platform to be more VIRL friendly. So you could go ahead, let's say the artist is like, okay, the number one person on our stake will actually get the physical copy of Ken Bozak and Repose Naked.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have that one?
That's utility.
Not yet. I've got it up here, and that's the reason why I smile a lot. So
I've photos are damn close. Damn close.
Oh,
there's
yes.
like a water layer, like a can floating in the water that stops that. But yeah.
Have you experimented with like augmented reality at all? Because there's some things I thought, as Ted was talking, would be really cool to involve augmented reality as that bridge that ties the physical world to the metaverse. Like sort of as you can see the bridge, you can see both states. So I feel like having like the physical painting and it being also in maybe like a gallery in Upland, it also has this augmented reality, feature of it that can kind of like be that middle thing that guides people from the physical, halfway from the physical to the digital, from that to all the way into the digital. I don't know if that makes any sense,
It's a helping hand.
Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
that's what I look at, like augmented reality as that bridge from the physical world to the digital world. So have you like dabbled with any of that, even outside of your own projects at all, or in general, considered using it?
Yeah, we you know, basically with this project, everything's on the table. There's nothing that's left off. You know, if somebody comes up to us and says, "Hey, I've got a solar panel that can collect stuff, you know, at 4 times the rate." Great, we'll take a look at it and we'll do it. Somebody can come up to us and say, "Hey, I've got this technology that whenever you get an NFT, a fart noise plays on a speaker." We'll take a look at it. We don't really say no, you know, to any type of thing because of the fact that sometimes and one of our founders, his name is Dave Werba. He's been in the space since, you know, like its inception. I mean, he was there when CryptoKitties first came out, and he was the one that got me involved in this. His belief is that everybody has a good idea, and we try and sit there and we listen to everybody, you know, whether it's you know, hey, I need an NFT that's going to go ahead and allow me to turn on, you know, my bidet. Great, you know, we can all the way up
NFT.
to, yeah. There we go, NFP, yes. And the other thing is, you know, hey, I've got a use case for an NFT that's going to go ahead and not only be able to track the efficiency of your home unit, you know, as far as like, are you recycling? Are you not wasting water? Are you not wasting electricity? All that kind of stuff. All, you know, down to, hey, I just walked over to Mary Milligan's farm. So, you know, we're taking every single idea into consideration, and we're only going to take some of the best, and the best will be in our flagship city, which is coming out in Phoenix. We will be putting multiple cities on the maps. I mean, I'll tell you that right now, because to go ahead and harness this and make it one city and then say, okay, peace out, that'd be the dumbest thing we could ever fucking do in our
Well,
life.
that's what I would imagine the Eversmart Labs would be, like the you know, the company or whatever that like other cities would hire to on ramp their own into this ecosystem, right?
Exactly. I mean, we're gonna still want to build our own cities, but the technology and stuff that powers that's all ours. That's what we specify in.
What could go wrong though? Like we've seen, like, you know, blackouts and things that happen, or internet outages. Even, you know, Facebook was down, you know, due to hackers.
Right.
We've even seen, you know, blockchains go down because of 51% attacks. Well, I'm just curious, like, have you considered like what could go wrong in like a smart city with the way that these like potential, like, you know, terrorist attacks have gone from flying planes into buildings to, you know, hacking fucking Twitter and leaking DMs.
Right. We have thought a lot about it. I mean, technically they could come in and shut off the grid. They could go ahead and do whatever mayhem could be done. But I mean, my data professor back in college told me, if somebody wants to get something, they're going to get it. Your job is to make it as hard as humanly possible for them not to be able to do it. So we will have layers of redundancy in there, but nothing is ever, the only thing that is unhackable is something that is powered off and not connected to anything. That's the only thing in this universe that is unhackable. But due to technology being the way that it is, and the fact that I've been in this whole IT world for approximately 22 to 24 years, I have built redundancy upon redundancy upon redundancy. And there will be momentary outages. You know, I'm not going to say that the city is going to be 100% foolproof. There is no such thing as being 100% foolproof. But if you think 2 steps ahead, you can get that downtime from what Facebook had 6 hours, you know, or 8 hours. You can get that 6 to 8 hours down to like maybe half hour to an hour. And the worst that would happen is that we can't turn on a light, or somebody can't get in their unit. But we would just go ahead, and it would just be the time that it would take for the DNS servers to respond to go from the main system to the backup.
It just
So
sounds
it's just
like
like
an
rerouting
episode of,
electricity, kind of.
sounds like an
Pardon?
episode of Black Mirror though.
Yes.
It could be,
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
So
there's
it's
going to
like
be
no
a lot
harder
of
than-
battery backup. So if we are
That makes
struggling
sense.
to
Yeah.
get some of that energy, we'll have the battery backup and still be connected to the grid in case it gets really bad.
Right.
And also, the other part of being connected to the grid is we could sell energy back. If we have a bunch of excess energy, we fill up all of our batteries, we can go and sell that back to the grid.
Do you guys plan to like kind of save that up and pool it? Because I know there's some projects that have kind of been like, all right, that excess energy, you're going to be, paid for it essentially, and it's going to be distributed to others who want it.
Right. I mean, yeah, basically, basically what we're going to do is we're going to use as much energy as we can for ourselves. Any excess energy, we're going to be trying to utilize like in a crypto farm.
Right.
And anything after that, yeah, we'll probably go ahead and sell off.
Yeah.
But we're going to be making and using as much internal energy as humanly possible. The rest, yeah, we might sell to somebody, or we might just go ahead and be like, okay, go ahead, go ahead and plug in.
Yeah.
To tell neighbors to go ahead and plug in somewhere. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but to go back to your original point, Ken, yes, there's always a possibility that something can happen, but with my knowledge and also the team of people that I have behind me, those things will be a thing of the past, because I mean, all it is basically going from backup, live to backup, and then just doing a quick little transactional thing, making sure that any of the transaction last hour gets added in.
Do you think that's like a subject of our human nature? Like this is like a symptom of our nature where if you make it hard enough, we'll just give up. It's funny. I'm stuck on the thing where, where your professor was like, "You'll never stop somebody if they want it bad enough, but you got to make it really difficult."
Oh yeah, I mean, basically, because here's the other aspect of it. You got somebody that wants to go ahead and take you offline. They're going to sit there. They're going to DDoS you. They're going to 51% attack. They're going to do all this kind of crap on you. Eventually they're going to get tired, or something's going to happen on their end, and they're going to be and they'll flood themselves off or something like that. So again, like you said, it is.
It's like what Satoshi did with Bitcoin. He actually made it sort of like more worth your while to not attack me, right? If you just play along with all that, is like, you got a lot of power. You could attack me with it, or you could join me, and it'll be more fruitful.
Yeah. Yeah, you're using people's greed against them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've always thought that about the system, how it's like that's the real brilliance of it in reality is that you found a way to get people to do the right thing even if they don't want to.
Welcome to the dark side.
That's my favorite part about crypto.
But
let's hop back on these NFTs real quick. So that's the cool technology side and the tying into the smart city, but also that stack includes the optimization. And this is what I find super cool and mind-blowing to me, that they've figured out a way to compress, what do we get, 35 megabyte down to the 2, because
135.
Yeah, okay. So being on the Wax blockchain, you want that 2 megabit so everything runs smoothly. And now we'll be able to do that with video and a lot of animation, and not have it getting bogged down. And
is it losing a lot of quality though? Like, how are you doing that?
No. Nope. So something that we're working on a lot of these cool like historical items that we're gonna take. It'll be a minimum. You have to have a minimum of 8 pictures, and then it'll be fully 3D. It's crystal clear, so you can see all around. Check out these awesome historical items, and just pretty much like they're right in front of you.
Get the Holy Grail.
There's 8 pictures. Yeah,
almost
could be.
Almost.
Ark of the Covenant. Why are they all religious relics that seem to be like priceless artifacts? It's weird.
I mean, 1,000 years from now, that's how people will look at Satoshi's Bitcoin. Like a holy relic.
Yeah.
I wonder what's our most modern day holy relic.
Modern day holy relic?
Yeah, like what's the most sacred holy
Kylie Jenner's tampon.
There you go. Nailed it.
Sadly true, yes.
Easy answer, right?
I mean, she's like the youngest billionaire ever, right? I feel like that's probably worth a cool trillion.
I need to make
I
makeup.
think so.
You need to
I heard she makes
Yeah,
it.
get into that makeup.
She makes it in her
makeup
garage. Did you know that? It's all profit, dude. I'm telling you, a lot of people know that. She's a craftswoman. She's a,
I think I'm funny, and then this dude starts talking.
game.
she's an artisan. Like we're not giving her enough credit. I know it's all ha ha ha. But you know, she made it in her fucking workshop, dude. She was grinding different minerals with a mortar and pestle. I think that's what that's.
Yeah.
Oh, just little water. Get it out there. You know, you get it all powdered up. Moisture gets out. Wow, she's packaging now. She's packaging.
Should have been using NFTs because she could have been the world's youngest trillionaire, especially like.
Ooh.
I mean, how
I know,
many people do you think are out there counterfeiting her product, selling it? Because a lot, I'd imagine, using NFTs with watermarks that could verify the originator. And I mean, come on, bro.
That's true. You know, a lot of us are like, she's so smart for figuring this out, how to become so rich at a dumb age or a young age. Freudian slip. Right? A dumb age. But I think that the truth is like, she didn't NFT the makeup, so is it really that good? Is it really that smart?
Still leaves room for somebody to come in and disrupt her market. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nathan, I've got to know where you get your information at and start following these sources.
it's all on
because
MySpace,
The
man.
fact that you know that much. Would you say MySpace?
That's where all the real, everything else is fake news. MySpace is the only real news source left, man.
Amen, brother. Amen.
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 I am missing out.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. I see Matt D in the chat, Art here, Matthias, thank you for tuning in. Miss Team Crypto, much love, bro. Randy, how goes it? Nifty Pill, another Floridian slip.
Yeah, is that another one?
Yo, Anthony's here. He said NFTs are Satoshi's soul. We are BTC. Facts, bro.
Yeah, I think it stands for not fucking true because I don't think it's that's not the proper acronym for NFT. So sorry.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Calling
see,
you out, bro. I'm just kidding. I love everybody. I'm just fiery today. I'm spicy.
Is there any like where you think like where you would prefer like an industry start utilizing Zen NFTs or Zen FTs? Like
Zen
NFTs.
as a perfect catalyst, as an early adopter, anybody or any industries or utilities that you would specifically like to see?
music,
Yeah.
because music and comedy. You're gonna be like, how'd you get off on that? Music, because everybody's sitting there, everybody samples everybody, and then you sit there like with blurred lines. They had the famous thing, oh my god, this sounds almost exactly like this doesn't sound like this person stole my stuff. And this way with the Zen NFT, you go ahead, you get it on the blockchain, but also you have that additional watermark on there to say, yes, this is me, I did this, I put it here, it is me, nobody else. And so they go ahead, and somebody else steals it, and we through this NFT technology, say, yeah, well, this was on the blockchain. It was done here, and here's the ultimate smoking gun because we have this NFT technology.
Well, isn't that what a public address is for? Like, if I mint an NFT and you look at the NFT, you see the issuing address. Granted, it's a ridiculous string of numbers that looks like 5 stolen social security numbers, but
exactly,
that's the information that's there. So I guess kind of making that more legible.
Exactly, and making it easier because anybody. So, I'm a singer. I have no idea what the fucking NFT is, but my marketing manager opened up the NFT account and he opened it out under his name. Well, I can go ahead and say, hey, in the Zen NFT watermark, put flubble, and that's something that is specific to me. It is something that anybody, nobody else has said except me. And then I would know, yes, this is definitely for me, from me. And
I know, I see what you mean. Because, that's sort of like with my wax NFTs. I have a manager who manages like the fan art and stuff like that. And not every NFT on my Atomic store has my address as the minting address.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Some of them
Yeah.
even rarely have a Dogecoin kid minting address from my store. I don't know if people have noticed those in their wallets, but they're all officials. But like you said, like there's that there would be a common, watermark present that would sort of bring that all together. Because as businesses start to use NFTs, you're right. Like the artists themselves won't be clicking that mint button.
Exactly. So this way you know that we could. This way you know that this is your NFT. And in comedy is always rife with, hey, so and so stole my joke. Blockchain is NFT. You've got it. Perfect matchup. And this way people can actually get paid for their jokes.
I'd have to get Mike Salvi to talk to you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he has Comics Decentral and Haha for Hire and all that. And I have a bunch of NFTs with his comedy, so I can go and watch them stand up in my wallet. So he's definitely already on that board where he's like, kind of sick of like, oh, you stole a joke, this stole a joke. Like, yeah, it's already, it's been on the blockchain like for however long. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's also like a proof of that as well. And then there's the scarcity aspect, collectible thing. Like, I own a joke.
Proof of concept.
Ooh,
That's
what you doing there?
Almost there. I mean, you almost had it.
I mean, are
Almost had it.
you gonna mint that, bro? Is that gonna be one of your first words? Is that really how low you're setting the bar to start?
I've got quite a few. I actually need to sift through old episodes because I have a few that are probably winners.
So guys, what you really need to start thinking about is that the ZenFT era is going to be now the third wave of NFTs. First wave being the CryptoPunks, CryptoKitties, and that people started noticing, ooh, an NFT, this is cool. And then once that happened, you started with the sprouting of the multiple blockchains, Wax, ETH, all that, Cardano, all that kind of fun stuff. And people are putting their artwork and they're putting their NFTs and they're putting their music videos and stuff on there. So that's the second wave, which is where we are now. The third wave is going to be able to take larger videos, larger pictures, larger everything down and make it more accessible to the actual public. And also add in not only the optimization, but also add in that security layer as well.
Okay. I have a question from the chat from Morton Matt D. Has Nick used Akash, AKASH, cloud services yet? I don't know what that is.
I have not, because I don't know. I haven't heard of that either. Akash, the unstoppable cloud. Yeah, I've heard rumors about it, but I haven't used it myself, Morton.
Okay. All right, Matthias Luciana, can we just open a crypto gym where the human movement transferred into energy to mine? so earn by calorie burned, like, yeah, hamster wheel. Why not? I mean, it's possible. Probably not financially worthwhile though. Let's see. I'm trying to go through the chat.
I thought I'd heard of something like that before. Nick, have you ever heard of activity rewards?
There has been, but nothing that's coming into my immediate focus.
Sweatcoin was kind of like that, but they were more like data mining you. Like you had that.
Sweatcoining right now, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Show off them pit stains.
Got it. I'm real. We keep it real here. We're talking about energy and sweat.
Pants.
Okay.
Keeping you insulated.
I'm wearing these special pants. Oh wait, I disappeared a little bit. See? I hit my knee on the table. Fuck. I'm good. All right, let's bring it down a notch.
Yeah.
What are you? What? Here, bro. Here.
Yeah.
Can I'm telling you, I need to come visit.
That's hilarious. So I know Ted.
I ate it.
Ted wants to talk about these NFTs, and I kind of do too, because I'm wondering what layers of interoperabilities do you see when and I know you said, Nick, to kind of mull over on Omniverse, and as we're talking about all these layers, as this is potentially that third layer, like you mentioned, where do you see that going? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I see it going a lot of places. Ted, I'd love to hear your view on it.
Not sure what you mean by it. I mean, the technology is proprietary to EverSmart Labs, but it's going to be offered to other projects. And only NFTs with this technology are going to be stakeable within our economy, which is another really cool part of the NFTs is a few ideas for staking based on
like would
mint
my
numbers
NFTs on
some
Wax
cool.
or Nathan's NFTs on Ethereum or whatever, like, would we be able to be like interoperable on multiple blockchains? Like, not just taking the metaverses and creating like that Omniverse, I'm like more interoperable to that layer of like being able to communicate with other collections on other blockchains. You know what I mean? Like, because that would be like multiple cities being able to communicate, municipality blockchain or Oracle, municipal Oracle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
See.
Yeah, that's a big missing piece right now.
Yeah, but that is where that is where eventually we're going to be heading into. Right now, we're using ourselves as the proving ground and as the proof of concept. With our staking platform, with our city development, and with all that, we are going to be the ultimate proving ground. Once we are satisfied with that, we are going to offer the ZenFT as a service. So basically, software as a service type of thing with the ZenFT technology, because we want to be able to make it easy for guys like you, Ken, or Nathan, to go ahead and say, yes, I want this.
Well,
but
because I have such a legacy of NFTs on another blockchain, interoperability is very important to not diversify that collection and making two separate things. Now I have my Wax NFTs and then I have my ZenFTs over here. Yeah. I need it to be as if they're the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to probably do a remint or something like that, or some kind of weird thing. But yeah, we could.
Yeah, it'd be like wrapping almost in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, taking your stack, wrapping it around that NFT, and now it's I hate like my whole life is analogies, but I feel like it would be like the grading you would get on like a fucking Pokemon card, right? Like you send it to BCAA or whatever, right? They send it back with a grading on it, and it's locked in that case. That case with the grading on it, that overlay, that watermark would be the ZenFTs.
Yes.
Wrapped over that just traditional Pokemon card I had.
Yes, exactly. Right on the nose, man.
I did it. I'm proud of myself.
No, you should be. You should be. You just want to shoehorn Pokemon into everything, though.
My whole life revolves around analogies and movie quotes, and pretty much 30% Pokemon in there. So yeah, man.
His name was Robert.
I still hear that theme song when there's like no noise. Like the white noise is like the cave music in like Red and Blue. That's like implanted into my DNA. Whenever if I went into an isolation tank, I know I'd hear it.
I'm afraid of those tanks.
But yeah, that's how I was seeing it as he described it. It was just like, wrapping it just as if you send in, a card to get graded by a grading system to add that layer of verification to it.
Yeah, that would be for the old use case, and stuff like that. But for when it comes out and it's going to be, for mintable, we want everybody to be minting via ZenFT, because why not make everything bigger, stronger, faster?
Right.
True. What do you think is the greatest service that this offers to humanity? Because I hear a few things that are kind of competing with each other.
The greatest service that this is going to go to humanity?
Yeah.
Number one, it's going to cut down on a lot of carbon emissions. I mean, even though wax is a very carbon neutral thing, because we're taking something so huge and putting it down to next to nothing, it's going to ultimately reduce the carbon footprint. I mean, there is no ifs, ands, buts about that one. Ted, what would you think?
Yeah, that's the most important one in my mind. The big reason I got involved with wax over the other ecosystems is because they are so efficient, and you hear the numbers versus transactions versus Ethereum, 125,000 times more efficient. So that's what drives me, and another reason why I got involved in this was initially with the smart city. I really love the idea behind it, and the smart cities are going to be geared towards entrepreneurs built out of shipping containers or possibly some type of modular home stack. So you get a nice little storefront office on the bottom floor, residential areas above it. And then, the community too. We need more community in life. Everyone, especially now with this pandemic and stay away, it's not good. We need to bring people together and just start doing better with this world. It's not going to last forever. It's going to take a minute before Elon gets us on Mars. So
I think it comes down to us
do
keeping
everything
our
we can.
promises, like whether it's to ourselves or other people, relentlessly
Right.
have to get better at keeping our promises. It's a theme that repeats itself in my life, and I'm sure everybody else's. And I know as a species, where it's like we commit to do things, but we're not relentless enough in the pursuit to actually achieve them.
So,
For
sort of like a purge day where on New Year's if you make a New Year's resolution and you don't achieve it by the next New Year's, we just kill you off.
You want to hear something really dark? So at one point in my life, I had a few goals that I had set, and I told myself if I don't do this in 1 year, I'm gonna kill myself. Seriously.
did you do them?
I achieved them.
Did you do it? We don't know.
Okay.
We could
You're
be
not
a
promoting
manifestation
this,
of
are you?
his hell.
Oh, you guys are like in my like
We're in your hell. This is your
my
hell loop.
DMT like post-death flood.
I'm only here because I'm here to torture you. Damn it.
It works.
Exactly.
Oh, we got another question for the chat. Morton again wanted to know if Nick was still with Uplift. As you mentioned Uplift, Nick, Morton asking Nick if he's still up. I wanted to see, like, how could we bridge Uplift to environments like these smart cities that Eversmart Labs are building, to where it's almost like
It's like Ken Fuzz.
my internet. Am I back?
Yeah. You are back now.
All right.
You sound
so,
good, yeah.
So with the Uplift, are you still with them, Nick?
Unfortunately, I'm not. They needed somebody that's a little bit more proficient than myself with Minecraft, but also with AWS. I mean, I'm really good, but they needed somebody that was, pretty much rock solid and could be available at 24/7. So unfortunately, they had somebody on staff that was a little bit better than me, and they ended my contract.
Okay, man. Well,
And just want to make it 100% clear, there's no love lost. It is 100% understandable. If there's somebody better that can go ahead and help them achieve their goal, I am all for it. They are fantastic people. They are wonderful. Every single person that has worked there, I consider to be not only my friend, but part of my family as well. So,
I love when I can no longer help somebody and they like grow past what I can offer. I'm like, yeah, you keep going, bro. You keep going.
exactly. And,
I love that.
My thing is, I helped start the fuse for that rocket ship to go. That's where I get my head.
That's how every NASA or SpaceX engineer feels when they see astronauts in the ship taking off. I don't think any of them are a little pissed off that they spent 9 to 5. You know what I mean? It's like we all did that shit. Like,
yes.
that's how, I mean, especially with Uplift,
Yep.
bro. I fucking love what's happening over there. But I wanted to ask, like, how do we bridge that? I was talking about augmented reality being that bridge, but like, how would like the Philadelphia Museum of Arts be able to build a Philadelphia Museum of Arts in Upland and bridge that to their physical using NFTs?
That is something that's going to be left up to the Uplift, but they're getting there. I mean, they have my great big book of everything with some of my ideas in there, and with the dev team that they have, they are like really close to it right now, and they will solve it. I am damn near sure of it, because Dr. Wayne is a mad genius. This man is one of the smartest men I've ever had to meet. He is also one of the kindest souls I've ever had the privilege to meet as well. And between him and Flo, the world is their oyster, man. I'm always grateful that I had a chance to meet them.
Yeah, same. That team is awesome. I love the project, and I feel like that's going to be the great paradigm shift for these kids is over on Upland when like they're playing Minecraft, and next thing you know, they have made their own college money. Like I've already seen people becoming contractors and basically, making a decent amount of real world money building, fake houses in Minecraft. Like this is like, yeah, I build houses. I'm like, it's not even a real house. He's like, yeah, but it's sold for like real house money. I'm like, holy shit. Like, yeah, I put real house building time into it too. I'm like, all right, I get it. Like it's a castle. It looks huge. Proof of work, right? And that's I think it's going to be real huge in the metaverse, is that proof of work when it comes to like building things, because I do not know how to build. I need all the architects. So I'll be employing some contractors, and that's like the economy stimulation that we'll see happening in the metaverse.
Even as an artist, like I don't, it's building in there is just not my thing for some reason. Like it's a different type of visualization and a different type of like just building, and just it's a different thing altogether. So like it uniquely suits certain people for some reason. And I think it's beautiful that everybody's finding like not only just like a place where they feel accepted there, but a way to where they can do things that they love and not have to go to a job that they hate,
Exactly. And so, everybody's, so Ken, everybody sits there, they said, oh, we've got this great NFT project. We're going to be going ahead, and doing this. Here's what's going to set these NFT thing apart from every other project out there. We, through a series of luck and good relations and connections, we're going to have access to groundbreaking, utterly high profile NFTs because we have rights. We're still trying to get the ink to dry on a lot of these, so I can't really tell you exactly what we have in store right now. But we have projects that either cannot be seen by the human eye due to logistics, because like it's deep in a cave, or it's on top of a mountain, or it's just someplace where you'd have to have a $40 million helicopter to get in or something like that. But we've also, the items that we have, we're going to be digitizing, they're so fragile that if you even think about moving them or having a collection of people get in there, you'll never be able to see it. So, there's maybe like 1, 2, 3, maybe 10 people that'll be in there at a time. And that'll be it for the month, because then they have to decontaminate, do a whole bunch of stuff. Or some of the items that we have will be governed by either like sacred rules or laws. We'll be getting some special access to these. So what we are going to present in our first offerings is going to be stuff that literally nobody has ever seen, or it is the damn hardest thing you've ever seen, and we're going to bring it out to the masses.
Like a holographic Tupac concert that can only be seen if you own a certain NFT.
There you go.
Oh, I nailed it.
Yeah, but we're talking. We're talking.
Yeah, got it.
Now, another great part of it
right.
too is
I'm sorry, guys.
the charitable portion. Is we're gonna be giving back to some of these organizations that we're working with, and when you buy these NFTs, some of the proceeds from them are gonna go to giving back, as well as having this incredible piece.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, we can make money hand over fist, but if you don't give anything back to the community, you're just being selfish. You're just being a jackass.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not really doing anybody any good at that point.
Exactly.
Because one person with all that can't really serve anybody.
So Ted, you think if I actually gave these guys one little hint, you think that like Sophia and David would blow a spigot?
No, not at all. Nope, never.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Do it
live on
anyway.
air.
I give you approval, Nick.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. So Dave and Sophia, who are on the board here with us, they'll probably kill me for telling you this, but one of these things that we're bringing out has to do with a historical figure.
Okay.
The organization that they helped build just had a huge gala recently, and the Eversmart Labs was actually licensed and under a contract to go ahead and take all the photographs of all these things that have never been seen for over 100 years.
Wait.
Wow.
Damn.
Was it George Washington?
Nope. But but I mean, it's going to be something that has very profound historical aspects to it. Like I said, if the ink was dried on one little portion of the contract, I could tell you everything, and you guys would be sitting there dropping your jaw. But this alone is going to be a very good start to it. But we are also going to have, as Ted can attest to, really good Hollywood memorabilia from the makers themselves. We are going to be having stuff from music stars. We are going to be having stuff from film stars. We are going to be having stuff that is of great historical value that we actually have, the rights to do. We just don't have the funds to accomplish that yet. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to.
We have memorabilia from Lucille Ball, the famous actress.
Not yet. Not yet, but that's something
Do you have some you got a connection for us, Nathan?
I do, actually.
Right? Oh, okay.
I do. So
You do?
it's because it's a weird reference, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's why I
right.
mentioned it,
I was
actually.
wondering where it came from. I was like, he must have something going on there.
Yeah, I
I
know
will
Ricky
talk about
Ricardo
that.
very well, and we're in contact. I'm friends with Desi Arnaz.
Yeah, once we are able to get this ink signed and able to talk about this first project, we'll certainly come back on and let you know what's up, because it's fascinating. It's so cool, and I can't wait for it to drop. I can't wait for people to get involved. But unfortunately, for the time being, yes, they hush hush about it. But it's part of the anticipation. We got to keep people. On
Is
the
there
edge
a
of their seats,
Discord,
right?
Telegram? I'm sure it's on the website if it is, but yeah, is there one that you prefer where you're building a community that can stay in touch with what you're doing?
We do have a Discord one that we're just putting the final touches on today. But we have our own little Telegram group, Eversmart Labs. Ted, you've probably got the address somewhere. But yeah, I mean, the Discord group we will have, and we'll post on Eversmart Labs by the end of the day. I just have to make sure that I got the security on it right
Okay.
before I unleash it. But yeah, this project is something that's very near and dear to my heart. Not only is it going to be dealing with a lot of really cool and fun aspects of the world, it's going to be dealing with a lot of cool people like yourself and Nathan, and it's going to be dealing with the fact that we are going to be building something that my nieces and nephew can go ahead and say, wow, you're helping make my world a better place. And just to see, and if they go there and they just go, wow, my job is done. My job is done. I'm the best uncle on the face of the planet. No other uncle is ever going to be greater than me, ever.
Wow.
I want to be a good uncle one day.
Respect.
I'm not
now,
yet.
Now I have to go to competition with you.
Ooh. What are you going to do first, Ken? You going to buy
Bring it
somebody a
on.
gift?
I'm gonna get my
So-
nephew a plot
Gaming
of
chair.
plot of land and a uplift face tattoo. Start him out young as the next the next big
There you
thing.
go.
Damn.
Well, I always encourage competition because it's the only thing that makes us work harder.
Facts. And might as well gamify the competition of love and doing good and progression.
That's true.
Exactly.
One thing that also incentivizes hard work is the fear of diarrhea.
Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna wrap things up here.
Sorry. I love you.
Go ahead and check out the website, Bros. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Anthony, I appreciate all the love and support. Sorry you can't super chat. You funny. Sound Dr. Genie, DM me on Telegram. What's your Telegram, bro? I need your. Oh, there it is. Sound Dr. Genie. I found you. He wanted to give away some NFTs. I'm gonna add you to a group chat, and if you post a claim link from Atomic Hub in this chat, you'll be able to update the QR code on the bottom right of the screen. So, Sound Dr. Genie, I just added you to this chat. You can post a link, a claim link, and then it will update. It was trying to give away some NFTs in the chat. Thanks for that, bro. I appreciate it. Nefty Phil, thanks again, bro. Appreciate it. Morton, Matt D, Crawler, have a day, bro. Yeah, the Pancake Bunny NFT is going crazy for sure. Matthias Luciana, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, man. Zombie 3D over on Twitch. He said, "Ugh, I hate AWS." Yeah, I know, bro. You an OG though. You get it. We got Bass God. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Oh, Art. How goes it, Art? Hey. That's a smiley face. Appreciate everybody. Seriously, thank you. Kurtz, Misting Crypto, Mark, thank you, bro. Just trying to go through the damn chat. Oh, Sultan Crypto is here. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. You must have tuned in just as I stopped in the beginning because now I see everybody at Al Bundy. Thanks, man, from Artificials, the Dingleberries up in here, Chili B, Steve R82, Kadoshi, everybody else. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Thanks for all the support. Please like and share. Head on over to Twitter and retweet. I'll post a link to that right now. If you could retweet this on Twitter for me one more again. That's not what I wanted to do at all.
No, what'd you do?
I just shrunk the heck out of my screen by accident. Because if you hit Control C, right, it's copy. But I did Control C and then I scrolled down. But I didn't let go of Control, and it
You get a lot of info.
Yeah, it zoomed out of my screen real bad. All right, anyway, there we go. Any following final statements, Nick or Ted, you want to make before we wrap it up?
I would say let's just not.
I didn't say Nathan.
Throw out the baby with the bathwater. I've got to get something in.
You see that?
I've got to get something in. I'm just kidding.
I was going to let you get the last word, but go ahead, man.
No, I'm good.
I just want to give a big thank you, Ken, Nathan, and especially everyone that tuned in. We appreciate all the support. We will certainly come back on in the near future and let everyone know about this first project.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you coming on and talking, and I love you, man. I look at your art every night before I go to sleep. It's on my wall right
You
above
still
my
got that
bed.
hanging up? Oh, man.
Right above my bed, bro.
Much love.
I saw it at Shitcoin
It
in
means
person.
so much.
I think it's the same one.
And Ken and Nathan, man, I mean, I would like to thank you for the time and for your courtesy. And also, if there was anybody in this world that I knew that could possibly be the first people to understand what we were doing here, it was you two. So as Ted, I'm like going, hey, who can we go to first? And Ted's like, Ken. And I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely no problem. So if there's any kind of exclusives and stuff that we can leak, to you guys, we will make sure that we do so. Again, I would like to thank both of you guys for your time, your patience, your understanding, and your insight into this project and also into the EverSmart City project. We really do appreciate your kindness, but we also appreciate your belief in us.
No, that's awesome, dude. All our interactions have always been super good. So, I know that you're a trustworthy dude. I love you. And we've always had really, cool stuff between us. So I appreciate you. I know whatever you're working on, it's got to be amazing. So I love you, bro.
You guys too.
Have a day.
Yep.
Have a day.
Have a day.
Have a day.
Yes. Everybody, okay, call it. Yep. I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. About something right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You got to get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token. You got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. Folks, Kin Tokes. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin
token. It's the Ken token, folks. Ken token. Get the Ken token, folks. You need to get the Ken token. Get the Ken token before it's too late.
It's like he's like, I get it, like Ken's token. He's like Ken, because he's like token. Ken's token.